Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Today I'm excited to bring to you this tasty recipe for crab au gratin. Of course, you see here in front of me is these delicious crab legs. They were gifted to us just a couple of days ago, and of course we can't let no gift go to waste. We want to share it with you so you can see how to make it and make one for yourself. So if this recipe interests you, stick around and let's get started.
Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen to yours.
Now just look at these tasty crab legs. You know, I'm so glad that we got friends that know people that can gift them with these delicious crab legs, because crab legs is so expensive, but they're well worth it. We all know that our fishermen out there works hard enough for this, but we need about 2 cups of crab for this recipe. And what I'm going to do, this was cooked a day or so ago, but I'm going to blanch them in some hot boiling water with about a teaspoonful of sea salt, just to get them up and going again, feeling the love, and then we can crack them open and start this recipe. So I got myself a pot of boiling water here, and I'm going to put my crab legs into. Now of course I may have picked the smallest pot, because usually you cook this in a big old canning boiler, but I just need these just warmed there now.
Don't burn your fingers.
Don't burn your fingers. No. And I'm going to sprinkle in that sea salt. I'm using sea salt. I pretty much cook with sea salt all the time. And that one there, that just give it that flavor. I'm going to put the cover back on this here now. Let this start settling into the pot, and we'll make our sauce. Now I got about 3, 4, 5 tablespoonfuls of butter. Now that's up to you how much you'd like to use. And this is to give it a nice buttery flavor. You can use margarine if you don't have access to butter. It will be equally as delicious, but you know now that butter gives it that creamy taste. And what I'm going to be doing there is tossing in a pinch of sea salt and pepper. And you could use table salt and freshly cracked pepper, white pepper, or just regular pepper. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to let that melt down there just for a moment. So I'm going to lift my pot from the heat and sprinkle in there 6 tablespoonfuls of flour. And this is because previously I've put flour into my butter and it spat off into my face. So you don't want that to happen. You just lift it from the pan, lift it from the damper, and let it turn into a paste like this. After it's turned into a paste, gradually pour in there 2 cups of milk or cream. Now here in Newfoundland and Labrador, we love using evaporated milk, and that usually makes it nice and creamy as well, but I'm going to let you decide which one you want to use. And as well, you could use the stock here coming from the crab cooking. You could use about a cup of that and a cup of milk or cream. So either way you do it. So now I'm just going to whisk this around till I get those buttery lumps out of there. So I'm just going to continue whisking in there now this milk and cream. Milk or cream, I should say. You don't have to use both. And let that continue cooking there until the lumps is gone and it's nice and thick. I'm going to scoop in there just a little bit of that juice, that water from boiling the crab meat, because that'll give it such flavor. And the rest of the milk into my pan, excuse my arm, and let it whisk all through so it's nice and creamy. So what I'm going to do first is put in a nice handful of shredded cheese, and you use the cheese that you enjoy eating, and a nice chunk of the brie cheese because it gives it that creamy taste. Also, you use the cheese that you enjoy eating. Of course, in this case, you don't have to go out and buy any specialty cheese. Now, here in Newfoundland and Labrador, we don't use brie cheese in our crab gratin, but if one has it in their house, of course, that gives it that extra creaminess. And we're all about our cheeses, eh, Raymond? Like,
Oh,
Raymond
you better believe it.
he's all about a sharp cheddar. And when we visit the States, we used to get the American cheese.
Yeah.
And that was another sharp cheese that we enjoy having. And here in Newfoundland, we also have got the British cheese at the supermarket. So we always like to try different ones. So as you can see, just look how nice that made it there to give it extra creaminess. So now let's get back to that crab and start taking it away from the leg and making this delicious crab au gratin. Okay, so I only let these crab legs rewarm for about 5-10 minutes and just kept it in the water there for a little bit, and of course the salted water. And I'm going to take them out now, and I'm going to crack open a couple. I do have some meat here in advance, so myself and Raymond is going to enjoy these crab legs after, just like they are. But I will crack open a couple there for you to see it and get this meal put together. And these are nice and hot, so I got to use 2 of my dish cloths for taking them apart. Just look at this. Now, normal people, and we've talked about it in many of our shows, they know how to peel and shuck these delicious crab legs. And for me, I'm not one of those people. I don't even have the tools for it, right? So there is a knack, and the meat comes out quite easy. My mom would say to me, Bonita, when you get a hold of a certain spot there, it comes out easy. So let me get a hold of that and I'll show you.
Yeah, we could be here for another couple of hours.
Oh yeah, you won't get to see much. You can see why we had some done in advance. It'll take me forever to get to this. And Raymond usually just takes the hammer to it and gets it all. But look at this delicious crab meat. And again, I got some done over there in advance that we won't bore you to death trying to get it all out. But we'll shuck all of this here, and that's what we're going to have with our crab au gratin, of course, on the side. And just look at this delicious crab meat. Each one of them is packed right full, and I thank our friend for sharing this with us. Now let's get into this recipe before you leave my program. Okay, maybe one more. It's starting to cool down a little tiny bit, and just look. I mean, I know, Raymond, I know. Like, you're impressed. You're impressed with me for my skill of shucking this crab meat out of this. Of course, I would be fired now if I was working in a plant. But that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't put no applications in it to any fish plants in the near future.
Not at all. And again, I said we won't bore you, but just look at this lovely crab meat. Oh my gosh, my mouth is drooling, and I know yours are. So let's get back to the recipe. So back to our cream sauce. I'm going to put another little scoop of that crab water on my sauce, because after you leave it, it'll start to dry on top a little bit. We don't want that. We want this nice and creamy. So now you can do this 2 ways. Or you can do it as many ways as you like, but this is, you can either add the crab meat to this, which that's what I'm going to do, or you can put it in portions. Put the crab meat into your dish like this and pour the cream over it and mix it through, or take it and pour the crab meat into the sauce and then pour it back into this after. You could have one large one like this or 6 single servings. So let's just get this crab meat. I got 2 cups of crab meat that we're using here today. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering, Raymond.
Oh, you got mine going on this side. Yeah.
Now I'm going to stir this in. I hope I got your mouth drooling there today as well. We also got a lovely recipe up there for cod au gratin as well that I'll share with you. And if you don't have access to crab meat, again, you use what you got available. Canned crab, I guess imitation crab you can get, and most certainly if you got access to this crab meat, to have this. Now we're going to pour this all back into this pan. Just look at this delicious sauce there, creamy sauce. And again, you don't have to use the brie cheese. I like using it because it do make that nice creamy texture, as you can see. Or you can just use your cheese you got available in your house. This is one of these meals that, I mean, crab is expensive enough. I know I just said that before, but you don't need to have any more than that. This is your what you would call your cheating day. You're spoiling yourself. And top it with, again, some shredded cheese of choice. This is just cheddar, and it's just a little bit of mixture of sharp cheese and mild. And or you could leave the cheese out, only what's in the dish, and cover it with a bread crumb, you know, just to give it that hard crust. But I like the cheese, the gooiness of that cheese. So let me tell you how long you need to bake it for. What was that, Ram?
Just a quick thing, like you were saying earlier, that every now and then you got to treat yourself.
You got to treat yourself, yes, because we're all on budgets, but this will make a great treat. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Pop this in the middle rack and let it bake for 20 minutes or until a golden brown. You know, everything is cooked inside there, and I got that nice creamy taste. So I'm going to show you what this looks when I take it out and have some. Our crab au gratin is baked. Let me just take it out of the oven there and show you. Oh my gosh, so good. Too good to eat.
Smells delicious.
It smells amazing, don't it?
Yeah.
Yum. Oh my gosh, this looks and smells amazing. I'm going to top here now with just a few of those green onion just popped over the top, which I'm getting low on, and scoop up a nice taste of this. Just look, can you just see yourself making some of this today? Oh my gosh, so good. I'm going to serve ours here today with some steamed rice and some carrot, and just look. Oh my gosh. Now, Raymond.
Oh, I know. This as a picture, just fantastic.
Oh my goodie. I can't wait to have a taste of this. Just look how delicious. Yum. I got to pour up a nice cup of tea with this here, because you can't have crab au gratin and this delicious meal without a hot cup of tea. Now this is 2 portional sizes of crab au gratin, and my sister-in-law made these, and she always gives that to us as well. So it's just in foil, same method, bake it in the oven. When it comes to room temperature, you can vacuum seal it, freeze it in the freezer for when you want it, take it out in single portions. But here today, we are a little bit, I'm not going to say greedy. I'm going to say, yeah, a little bit greedy. We just wanted the full
meal deal.
The full meal deal, so that we could eat on it for the next couple of days, and we will share, because you know I got to share with my mom and Aunt Clara. Now just look at this. Oh my gosh. That is drop to fork delicious. And I can see just sitting down, Raymond, with my cup of tea and that plate of food in my lap. And that's it. Oh my gosh. Plus we got the rest of those crab legs there that I'll get Raymond to chop it for me. And
I'll get the hammer going. Yes,
I'll just open them because we'll be here all day. If you like this recipe, we'll leave it with you in under this video link. And also you can send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. It's a 2 thumbs up recipe. It's a traditional recipe that we love making here in Newfoundland and Labrador. And of course, I'm sure anywhere in the world that likes crab would love this recipe. And if you can't find the recipe there, you can also come and visit our website, www.bonitaskitchen.com, our Facebook page, or again, send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. This is it. This is as good as it gets. We're going to thank our friend for sharing those crab legs with us, a whole bunch of them. And as well, thank you for stopping by and watching this video. And I hope you get to make it soon. So on behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us. And
you have a wonderful day.
Join us by the sea. A journey in culinary. Always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen.